I'm one of the executive committee members. I'm the treasurer of the Al-Nur Masjid in Christchurch. I went to Masjid to the mosque at 1:30, and the azan started, and then the khutbah, the priest was giving the khutbah. It's just like 5 minutes after the khutbah, in the hallway of the masjid, we hear gunshot. And it was around 15, 20 gunshots. We thought it could be, that's it, and he might not have much other ammunitions to fire on the people. And unfortunately, and he fell his gun, and again he came inside in the hallway and coming forward to the main hall and start shooting on the people. So I was sitting in a hall in front of that hallway, in front of the imam's, the priest, where he gave his speech on Jummah and khutbah. And bullets were going from each side of me. I laid down myself on the ground and then pulled myself a little bit further. And then there is 2 exits beside the masjid in the right and left side of the building. So I got to the right side of the building to get out of the exit. So I was unsure that this gunman will come from the front or he will come back to the main hall. And I saw then he came to the main side and he started straight shooting on us. And people was laying down and injuries and blood everywhere and dead bodies were everyone laying down.
And how many people were inside the mosque at the time of the shooting?
There was around, normally in 2 o'clock we have between 500 to 600 people, but luckily the people, the khutbah, they unluckily, I would say, not luckily, unluckily, he came in a time he killed people. There was on that time there were 200 to 300 people inside the building.
About 300
and it was
people.
Unlucky.
And you only saw one shooter. Is that correct?
One shooter. He had camera in his top of his head. He was fully armed. He had armor vest and a bulletproof hat, and he had a big kind of machine gun in his hand. And he had he was a white person with a beard. And I just had a one look at him, and he wear black dark clothes. Then when we were in the exit of the door, there was a lot of people waiting to get out and laying down on the he's straight shooting on us, and the bullets were going everywhere, and a lot of people which was falling down on the ground was hit, and I was hit. I was small injuries.
Where were you hit, sir? It sounds like chaos, pandemonium. Where were you hit?
Yeah. I was hit, and it took. I was so lucky, and the bullet could just gone from skin of my head. It took a bit of my hair and the skin of my head, and I was so lucky. It was just straight on my brain. I would have been dead by now if my head was a centimeter or 2 up from the ground.
And I was wondering if you could give us a little bit of context about this shooting. This is the worst mass shooting New Zealand's ever seen before. It's not the type of country to normally experience any sort of such attack. Could you tell us a little bit about the Muslim community in Christchurch and what the relations are with the rest of the country?
Well, we have good relations. Right now I've got a New Zealander Kiwi. We call it Kiwi, a Kiwi white woman in my house and looking after us. And our relation with the community, with everyone in the community is very good, and especially people living around our mosque. We have good relation, and we never had harmed anyone, we never had injured anyone, we never had abused anyone in our community. Our community was a really peaceful community, and we were looking after people everywhere in New Zealand, and we were looking after the other refugees inside New Zealand. We were looking after the poor people here inside New Zealand. So we were really helpful. We were peaceful. We didn't do anything wrong against anyone in the community that we say that we have done something bad and we got this, from these people. But the person who came to shoot us, he was not New Zealander. He's an Australian citizen. He managed everything. I think he planned an attack in Australia, but he couldn't succeed there. Maybe because of more security, and it was more easier because New Zealand is one of the safest country, and we are safe here. The people here are not armed; they're not using arm on people. They're very safe people. They're very good people. So they might have an opportunity to let's do it here in New Zealand and kill people here. And the attack happened in Al Noor Mosque, where I was. An attack happened in another mosque, which is in Linwood, and there was an attack happening inside the hospital, and they defused some bombs. They put it on the cars and in the places. So it was a very well organized attack. It was not a single wolf, they call it. It was not a single person. It was a well organized. 4 people are arrested so far, and 1 is on run. So police are searching for other people involved in this attack.
Absolutely. Our condolences to you, Marwais. Thank you very much for speaking to France 24 today.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.